Hello all, and welcome back to Chreos Gaming. I am continuing my playthrough of Morrowind as the Khajit Thief Drolan. I completed the quests for the Mages Guild, basically. There's one remaining quest that I believe I cannot get until I've completed the main quest line, so I'm leaving... Oh, okay. Landris Belal says, I am a sleeper, one among thousands. I bring you a message. Dagoth calls you, Drolan, and you cannot deny your lord. The sixth house is risen, and Dagoth is its glory. Right? What about Dagoth? He is the lord and father of the mountain. He sleeps, but when he wakes, we shall rise from our dreams, shall sweep our land clean of the Noah. Why have you denied him? As Lord Dagoth has said, all shall greet him as flesh or as dust. Right? What about the sixth house? The sixth house, the sleeping house, House Dagoth, the house of Lord Dagoth, the true house, the one house to welcome all true Dunmer and drive the Noah from our land. Take heed, Outlander, the day of reckoning is at hand. Take what you can and leave our place, for when Lord Dagoth comes, this will be no place for you. Alright then, and that's Landris Belal. Okay, intriguing.
There is someone watching.
Anyway, I was saying that there's one more quest for Trebonius that I cannot do until after I have completed the main quest line. So I did not keep the elevation to Grand Wizard or Archwizard or whatever it is, Archmage, so that he can keep the position so I can get the quest from him later. For now, Sharn gra-Muzgob is supposed to have information for Cauis. Excuse me. No interruptions. How many times? Oh, you were one of Cauis' associates. That is a different matter. Cauis and I have a very satisfactory arrangement, and I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement if you will complete a little errand for me. Okay, what's your errand? The errand, then, is very simple. I need the skull of Levuul Andrano. You'll find it in Andrano Ancestral Tomb, but take care not to upset the natives. The Dunmer have some peculiar primitive prejudices against necromancy and take grave objection to unauthorized tomb visits. Is the grave, like, is that a pun intended type thing, or... Alright, what about Levuul Andrano? He was known special, a journeyman enchanter. There may be many skulls in Andrano tomb, but you'll have no problem recognizing Levuul's skull from the ritual markings.
I'm kind of concerned that she wants, or he, anyway.
But yeah.
Yeah, wants the skull because, what does she want it for?
I don't know, but it seems that she wants it very specifically, and it has ritual markings on it for some reason. Alright, so...
She better not be doing necromancy.
Well, you know, the Mages Guild has been inconsistent about everything else. It probably wouldn't surprise me if it was inconsistent about necromancy. Well, I'll find out what she trains in here in a second. Alright, so where is the Andrano Ancestral Tomb? The tomb is south of Pelagiad, just off the road, and just before you reach the fork, where the road goes southwest towards Seyda-Neen and southeast to Vivec. You may need an enchanted blade. Some spirits are immune to normal weapons. Here, take this old short sword, and maybe these old scrolls will come in handy. Alright, so Scroll of Taldom's Scorcher, Scroll of Vitality, and a Fire Blade. Awesome. Of course, I'm relatively overpowered because of how much I've been doing, but now I'm curious, what do you train in? Alteration, Mysticism, and Restoration. Well, the training isn't in anything necromantic, but that's fine. Alright, so off to the Ancestral Tomb, which is supposed to be near Pelagiad, and Pelagiad's down here. Seyda-Neen is here. I think there is a Silt Strider in Seyda-Neen, so what I will do is probably take that Silt Strider and then work backwards to find the Ancestral Tomb from the instructions provided, because I'm pretty sure that is going to be the fastest path. So for right now, I will cut out, and when I reach the tomb, I will cut back in. Alright, so I am here at the Andrano Ancestral Tomb, and we can go see what is here. It looks like I may have been here before, so hopefully I did not already recover the skull. This says dead body. I think if you kill somebody, usually the names remain, so maybe I haven't been here.
Well, and you did comment about them naming like random bandits and things, so maybe
True.
that is just a dead body, so it didn't get a name?
Yeah, I mean... Well, oops. Oh, that's something. Along with the skeleton, it was a lesser bone walker. Okay. And then this is a pit of some sort, but before I go see what's in the pit, I need to kill the skeleton. Oh, it was an archer. Okay. Well, I will take its arrows then. Although arrows do take up weight, unfortunately. Yeah, so this is a rather deep... oh, no, local, please. Deep thing. And it looks like maybe... Because the entry I came in was that way. And so maybe there's another entry to it down below, and that's why this is here? Can't tell what's down there, and I don't really want to go in sight unseen, so I will remember that it's there and see if I recognize it when I get where I'm going. I can use the map every now and then to... Oh, hey, it's a floaty ghosty. And now it's a dead ghosty. Shrine of Saint Veloth. Somebody said something. I don't know. I'll verify that later. Just with... Oh, there's the ancestor ghost. Nope, no ectoplasm or anything.
Is there another dead body in the corner there?
I don't think so. That's the same dead body.
That's the same dead body? Oh,
Yep,
okay.
and there's nothing in that corner.
I got turned around.
Okay, yeah. Okay. A door. It's interesting how extensive these tombs are. That's odd. Apparently just decided it wanted to... It's kind of funny when you see things. I mean, from a game perspective, like coding, you can see the pathing potentially glitching, and for some reason...
Oh no, that was just a treadmill.
Right, a skeleton ending up on top of a dais or whatever you want to call that. But it's funny trying to imagine why, not game-wise, not coding-wise, but why on earth a skeleton would be using a treadmill on top of this where there's an urn and stuff. Maybe that's that person's remains, and so it's trying to rejoin the rest of itself. Are there bones left when you're cremated?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I'd been thinking not, but I think that maybe they actually are.
I mean, it would make sense. Bone definitely requires a... Why did I stop sneaking? What on earth? That was weird. Okay, take all of your arrows.
Gray shaft of nonsense?
Gray shaft of nonsense. Silence for 5 seconds. Nice!
Oh.
Well, if I play a, well, actually, I may go try, I may try to up my, it's not called archery, it's called, oh, what is the skill called?
Marksmanship?
Yeah, it might be marksmanship. I may try and up that with this character at some point. So if I do, fighting casters, having... that will be very useful. So that goes further down. That actually goes down where I want to. Whereas this comes what appears to be a dead end. So I'm going to come this way first. Yes. Get the dead end out of the way and then continue on to the room that I was hoping to reach eventually. And it's an empty dead end. Okay. With hound meat, a ghoul heart, bleh, and some gold and cork bulb root. Interesting. Well, it's an ancestral tomb, so I guess it makes sense that it's as big as it is, because you're going to have lots of people from a single family buried there. That's the point of ancestral.
At least in theory.
Yeah. Certainly took a lot of effort to build a structure like this, though. Alright, so we got another... That's intriguing. And there's another bone, whatever it is. Bone walker. This one's a full-on bone walker. And this is Skull of Levuel and Drono. Alright. So I have that now, and this is a Dagger of Judgment, which is damage to endurance and damage to strength, as well as a flat 3 damage. That's actually pretty good, given the variety of damage that can occur. Ooh, a cloth sack with various resources in it. I have not been looting the urns. I am pretty sure this is the 36 Lessons of Vivec, which gave me unarmored skill increase. Anyway, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that when I started, I was not looting urns out of an attempt to pseudo, or at least put some character into the character and not defile the burial places of folks. Granted, I'm running around killing corpses, but, well, killing undead things, but, you know, the undead are a defilement of reality anyway, so I'm sure there's some consistency there. I don't know how consistent I was, given how long this series has been, but that was the theory anyway. Ah, yes. So this is the room, and apparently they host, call them funerals? Like, is this so that people can sit in the room while somebody reads the homilies of Blessed Almalexia, which I think I already have a copy of, but I'm a book kleptomaniac, so I'm going to take it anyway. Alright, so that's everything I needed, and then some, because I've got the skull. So now I can head back to Sharn and give the skull to her and find out what she knows.
About necromancy!
Well, maybe, but at least find out what she knows about the 6th house and stuff that Cauis is trying to learn about, and potentially put some more context into the dude walking up to me and saying that, I don't even remember, Dagoth? Yes, that yes. Dagoth was going to awaken. For now, I'll cut out and cut back in when I get back to Balmora. Alright, back in Balmora, and off to the Mages Guild building to talk to Sharn and find out what she knows. Excuse me. And I don't,
welcome, friend.
Especially since the other guy talked about the history of the Dwemer, and what happened with them, so I'm curious what the connection here is. Alright, again, is this about the errand you were running for me? Yes, it is. Very good, I'll just take that skull from you. Perfect for what I have in mind. Thank you. Now, as I promised, I'll answer your questions about the Nerevarine cult. Go ahead. Alright, well, what about the Nerevarine cult? This Ashlander cult believes the long-dead hero Nerevar will be reborn to honor ancient promises to the tribes. According to legend, the prophesied Nerevarine will cast down the false gods of the Tribunal Temple, restore the traditional ancestor worship practiced by the Ashlanders, and drive out all Outlanders from Morrowind. Both Temple and Empire outlaw the cult, but it persists among the Ashlanders, who care little for Imperial or Temple law. Here, take this copy of my notes on the topic for Cauis. So, apparently the Nerevarine and the Nerevar have the same goal as Dagoth as far as getting rid of the Outlanders? All right, but what can you tell me about Nerevar? Nerevar is a First Age hero of the Dunmer people. He was a great general and leader. He helped form the First Council and united the Dunmer houses against the foreign invaders aided by the traders of House Dagoth. Oh. Aided by the traders. Were the foreign invaders aided by the traders? Is that what that sentence is supposed to say?
No, I think it's the traders of House Dagoth assisted the foreigners.
Yes, that's what I meant. So it was just, given the way that sentence is structured, it could mean that the traders of House Dagoth were aiding in the uniting of the Dunmer Housers, or it could mean the foreign invaders were so aided. Given it's probably the foreign invaders, just because usually the modifier is assigned to the closer item. I don't know. Anyway, this Nerevar triumphed over Morrowind's enemies at Red Mountain, but died in the battle. All right, and then the Nerevarine. The Ashlanders have a prophecy that the legendary hero Nerevar will be reborn. They call this reincarnated hero the Nerevarine. Okay, so if that's the case, then Dagoth and the Nerevarine are enemies, I guess, because of past fights, or because of that past conflict. I'll put it that way. Fights just sounds wrong. Nerevarine cult notes. Let's see what these say. All right, the following are notes from Sharn gra-Muzgob to Caius Casatus regarding the Nerevarine cult. This Ashlander religious cult follows prophecies of a Nerevar reborn to honor ancient promises to the tribes, to reestablish the traditions of the prophet Veloth, to cast down the false gods of the tribunal temple, and to drive all outlanders from Morrowind. Okay.
And the tribe of Veloth was, or the shrine of Veloth was in that too.
Yeah, okay. Both temple and empire outlaw the cult, but it persists among the Ashlanders despite imperial and temple repression. Because it is persecuted, it remains a secret cult, and it is hard to judge how widespread it is among the Ashlanders or whether it has any following outside the Ashlander tribes. The Nerevarine. The Ashlanders firmly believe that Nerevar will return to restore the glories of ancient Resdain. Morrowind was called Resdain before the Imperial occupation. The Ashlanders say the great houses and the temple have abandoned the pure teachings of the prophet Veloth, forsaking ancestor worship for the false gods of the tribunal and embracing the comforts of civilization that corrupted the high elves. The temple, on the other hand, venerates Saint Nerevar, but rejects the disgusting notion that the false incarnate will walk the earth like a ghoul. Okay. Nerevar. The temple honors Saint Nerevar as the greatest Dunmer general, first counselor, and companion of Vivec, Amalexia, and Sotha Sil, who united the Dunmer houses to destroy the evil Dwemer, the treacherous House Dagoth, and their western allies at Red Mountain. But the Ashlanders say Nerevar promised to honor the ancient spirits and the tribal law, and that he will come again to honor that promise. To the Ashlanders, this means destroying the false temple and driving the imperial invaders from the land. Okay. So then, yes, that clarifies the potential ambiguity of which direction the assistance was. So the evil Dwemer, the treacherous House Dagoth, and their western allies. Okay, Nerevarine prophecies. Dream visions and prophecies are a respected tradition in Ashlander culture. Their wise women and shamans take careful note of dreams and visions and pass on the tribe's legacies of vision and prophecy to their successors. By contrast, the temple and the Western faiths are suspicious of mysticism, and they regard interpretation of dreams and visions as primitive superstition. The most common version of the Nerevarine prophecy is the Stranger. The verses are obscure, as are most prophecies, but two observations are in order. Nerevarine prophecies. Okay, gotcha. First, many less well-informed scholars assume the phrase "journeyed far 'neath moon and star" is just a cliche to suggest a very long journey. But the but the Nerevar of legend was known to possess a magical ring named One Clan Under Moon and Star, upon which Nerevar is supposed to have sworn his promise to honor ancient Ashlander traditions and land rights. Second, the reference to the 7 curses must certainly refer to the last prophetic verses known to the Ashlanders as the 7 curses. The Stranger. When earth is sundered and skies choked black, and sleepers serve the 7 curses, to the hearth there comes a stranger, journeyed far, neath moon and star. Though stark born to sire uncertain, his aspect marks his certain fate. Wicked stalk him, righteous curse him, prophets speak, but all deny. Many trials make manifest the stranger's fate, the curse's bane. Many touchstones try the stranger, many fall, but one remains. Lost prophecies. Ashlander elders complain of prophecies which have been lost to tribal memory due to the carelessness or ineptitude of earlier generations of wise women and Ashkans. Suspicious scholars wonder whether these prophecies might have been deliberately forgotten or suppressed. 3 Nerevarine prophecies in particular are said to have been lost. 1. The Lost Prophecies. 2. The 7 Curses. And 3. 7 Visions of 7 Trials of the Incarnate. Perhaps these lost prophecies will someday be found, either in forgotten accounts written by literate travelers, or in the memories of isolated Ashlanders, or in the secret traditions of the wise women and shamans. Wow, that's a lot. But I do recall when we talked to the other guy, he did mention the ring of Moon and Star, and it being, and I think I compared it to the One Ring at the time, the whole notion of providing power and some level of binding over others. There's quite a lot there. So then the temple and the Ashlanders have different approaches to the same, I guess, historical hero. All right, Caius, what say you now? Are you here to discuss your orders, Drolan? Yes, I am. Or is there something else you want? Nope, I'm here to discuss my orders. And these are Sharn's notes on the Nerevarine cult? Excellent. I'm promoting you to Blade's Apprentice, Drolan. I'd like some time to think how this fits in with the Emperor's plans for you. So if you'd like to get in a little freelance adventuring, go ahead. But whenever you're ready, I'll have new orders for you. Nerevarine cult notes have been removed from my inventory. All right, well, what does it mean to be a Blade's Apprentice? I'm promoting you to Apprentice rank, effective immediately, and here's a little present. 2 spell scrolls. The Divine Intervention will recall you to the nearest Imperial Shrine, and the Almcivi Intervention will recall you to the nearest temple. They come in handy for a quick getaway. No, Drolan. No thanks needed. You're doing great work. Now, get out of here and let me read. Okay, well, actually, you know what? I'm pretty much ready for more orders, so if you're willing, I've thought it over, and I want you to interview 3 informants in Vivec City concerning the Nerevarine and the 6th house. First, I want you to speak with Adheraner, a Khajit Thieves Guild operative. Oh, that'll be easy. Second, I want you to speak with Hulea, an Argonian in the Morag Tong. Oh, really? That's interesting. Finally, I want you to speak with Mara Milo, a temple priestess. Here, I've written the details down so you won't forget. And here are 200 drakes for bribes and other expenses.
Wow.
Are drakes and septums was septums a different game? Has it been drakes the entire time?
No, I think it's been septums.
All right, I'm confused. Anyway, but first, who is Adheraner? Because I don't remember seeing a Khajit Thief. As a Khajit and a Thieves Guild operative, you'll find her in St. Alm's Canton in Vivec. Well, that might be part of it. I didn't spend a lot of time in St. Alm's. Be careful what you say and use common sense. People in the cantons are suspicious of outsiders. You may have to win or purchase their confidence. Okay, what about Hulea? Hulea is an Argonian and a Morag Tong assassin. You'll find him in Vivec, at the Black Shulk Corner Club in the lower waste works of the Foreign Quarter. In addition to his other skills, Hulea is also known around Vivec City as a student of history and a lover of books and old things. Oh,
Ooh.
cool. I like books too. Just, I don't read them. I just, create piles of them.
Yet. Haven't yet.
Yes, there is yet. You are correct. All right, then what about Mara Milo? Mara Milo is a temple priestess who works in the libraries at the Hall of Wisdom and Justice. She's a friend, so be careful, and don't get her in trouble. The temple is suspicious of Outlanders and wouldn't be happy to find Mara talking with you about religious matter. She'll be easy to spot. Look for the priestess with the copper hair and copper eyes. Okay, and then is there anything else? Yeah, what do you say about the Morag Tong? Because they're like opponents of the Thieves Guild and stuff. The Morag Tong is a guild of executioners and assassins, completely legal and guided by a secret code of conduct. It's an ancient Dunmer society steeped in tradition, but I know and respect a few Westerners who belong to the Morag Tong. They are nothing like the Dark Brotherhood. I have no idea how to join them. Okay.
The Kamanatong. Wasn't that?
Oh, yes. Okay, those are different. You are correct. It's just, got the tongs confused. All right. So, apparently I have to go talk to 3 people in Vivec next. I'm going to hold on just a moment because he said he wrote it down. So let's see here. Mission to Vivec. The following are notes. Look for these 3 persons. All right. So he does say in St. Alm's Canton. Then in the Foreign Corridor, Black Shawl Corner Club. Good. So the writing does have the specific location that I have to go. So I do not have to worry terribly much about not being able to find things. But for now, I'll call this good and proceed with more trying to discover what's going on with the Nerevarine cult in the next video. Thanks all. Hello all, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button below. You can also subscribe using the channel image in the center of the video. If you are interested in more content in this video series, to the left is a link to the full playlist. Alternatively, when it is available, to the right will be a link to the next video in the series. Thanks all.